Hi, my name's Eddie Yong. I'm a member of the Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander Committee with Speech Pathology Australia. I see quite clearly two main themes that come out of the professional standards for speech pathologists. The first is that as a profession, we need to make sure that we are providing culturally safe and responsive services to our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. The second theme that came through really is that cultural awareness and cultural responsiveness needs to be part of our lifelong learning and our professional development. And it's important for us as individuals within the profession to ensure that we really do understand the impact of colonisation on Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and the fact that systemic racism and unconscious bias is an ongoing issue that is impacting the lives, the well-being, the health and educational outcomes of our mob. So I believe as a result, the professional standards do provide an opportunity for us to improve services to our people. It's really around making sure that they're included in every step of the service delivery process. And in doing that, we're ensuring that we're doing work with our people, not to our people. In regards to Domain 1, around our professional conduct, two main themes stick out for me. And firstly, it's around the need for us to make sure that we're collaborating with individuals, families and communities when we're working with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people to ensure that they're part of the planning and the implementation and delivery and the review of services that we provide for them. This was also, I guess, really the underlying construct of what we know around person-centred and family-centred processes. The second theme, I think, is that we need to make sure that we're respecting individuals, their community, their language, their culture, the linguistic diversity that exists, personal histories of people, and make sure that we're guided by families and community in the ways that we work with them. I think those 2 points are the most important thing around how do we conduct ourselves professionally with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. In regard to Domain 2 around reflective practices, I guess as I've indicated before, one of the main things I think that we need to always remind ourselves is to reflect on the impacts of systemic racism on the lives of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, that the concept of intergenerational trauma is real and is still occurring as a result of the impact of past and current histories that are happening for individuals and for people. I think the second point around that too is in regards to looking at research, and that we need to make sure that when we are considering research, that we are looking and involving families, individuals in the community in all aspects of that research process, and that research needs to be planned and led by community. And that we also need to be clear around discussions with community around how those results from research are shared and used. So there's some important points, I guess, that we need to really reflect on around some of our practices there. Finally, I guess in relation to Domain 3 around speech pathology practice, I guess it's the recognition around particularly linguistic diversity, the cultural differences in regards to how we deliver services, remembering that the way that we do assess and work with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people may need to be different to how we do that with the rest of the other population. I guess in summary for me, if I was to suggest some main takeaways, I think it's around individuals within the profession recognising the impact of intergenerational trauma on our mob, and the fact that that continues in many areas and with many people to impact their health and educational and social outcomes. Ensuring that as part of your professional development that you get to know a little bit more around the cultural and linguistic diversity of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, that for those clients that you are working with, that you really do get to know them, get to know a little bit about their personal histories, and ensuring that, I guess, that you include them in every step of the way around assessment, around delivery of services and around the review of those services. I think if you can take the person-centred or family-centred approach around that, and ensuring that people are consulted and that things are done together with them and not to them, I think we'll be going a long way towards improving services for our mob. So, you know, I would like to think that as part of the professional standards, and that's included in there, that you know, it is our responsibility for all members to make sure that we do develop our knowledge and understanding around working with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. And I think if we can take that personal approach, then I think we'll be, you know, taking some positive steps in terms of doing a good job in improving the lives of the people that we touch. Thank you.